Hey YouTube, today I wanted to compare a magnifier with a low power variable. I have an NX8 and I have a Unity Tactical mounted G45 and T2, and I've dialed the NX8 to 5x as best I could. You can see here the numbers get closer together the nearer to 8x we get, so I kind of skewed it toward the 6. That's not very scientific, but it's as good as I could do for now. So here's a view through the NX8 at our 2/3 IPSC steel at 100 yards. It's really kind of difficult to film through an optic, but there you go. At 6x, our eyebox is, at 5x, our eyebox is a little finicky, but you can see, let me get a little more stable. You can see the image and kind of the light transmission. It's an overcast morning. All right, now, you'll forgive the faux pas of going vertical here. We're going to get to the G45 and T2. Again, kind of difficult to film through the optic, but you can see there the clarity through the G45 and T2 is actually pretty impressive. Just filming this, the eyeboxes also seem relatively similar. They're both aimed at the center target, and these targets are spaced 3 meters apart. So you see our G45 may actually have a larger field of view, let's see if I can focus there, than our NX8. However, we may also be closer to 6x than 5x on our NX8. So let me dial our selector here right between the 4 and the 6. And that might even skew us a little more towards 4x than 5. Even so, we're still not equaling our G45's field of view. Let me crank up the dot a little bit on our T2. We're at setting 8 of 9, and it's just not showing up the, 8 of 11, and it just wasn't showing up the best against that white target, and I've moved it. That's unfortunate. Let's see if I can get her back on target. No, not so much. There you go. Shows up a lot better when you're actually looking through the optic. I'll run it onto some foliage there. You see our color, contrast, resolution. It's not quite as good as the NX8, but this is an overcast day, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm going to run our dot back down to that lower setting, a little less bloom. Magnifiers tend to magnify, and the bloom is worse. The magnifier, there you go. And you can see we're moving it, the camera. I'm not seeing, see a little bit of parallax there. Sorry, I bumped the stock of the rifle. are moving. I see a little bit of parallax, but our NX8 it seems to exhibit a little bit of reticle movement. Overall, very impressed with this G45, and while it's not quite as clear as the NX8, not as crisp, it's still very good. I don't think you're going to be missing or not taking shots based on glass quality here. Anyway, that's just a quick overview. I'm sorry the videography isn't that great. I'm sure that could have done better with a little bit better setup, but I didn't want to unmount the optic for my rifle. I'm really digging it so far. It shaved off a notable amount of weight, almost, I think it's roughly 10 ounces versus this setup, which is an NX8 and a 1.54 inch Badger C1 with a Leupold Delta Point Pro on top. And so we're losing a little bit of weight. We can always pop the magnifier off for nighttime use, or just if we don't want it on there. And that gives us flexibility and options. And of course the T2 is excellent with night vision. And the magnifier gives us that ranged capability for the daytime or in a well-illuminated area at night. So anyway, that's the comparison I got. Again, that's 100 yards, 2/3 IPSC targets, spaced 3 meters apart each. And go out there, be safe, and have fun.